G'day my friends, it's Marty Ware here from happyhouseandgarden.com. Please excuse the sunglasses. It's really bright up there. It's got low cloud today. It's quite glary and we need to film into the sun so we can get the best light possible. Now you can see down here in the garden, I've been laying mulch down. Today we're talking about mulching. We've put the underground worm farm in, I've covered over newspaper and rocks, etc. for now until the tomatoes start to grow up and start to shade it. Then we can slowly remove all that away so it doesn't get too hot. Now it does stay pretty cool down there. What have I done for the mulching? Well, the mulch needs to go down not only for the plants but also for the worms as they come out to and move around in the garden and earthworms start to populate and build up the microbial activity in the soil. Now what I've done first is I've laid down mushroom compost, which I got from the local shops. Well, it's actually like a hardware distribution place for landscapers and things. Now it's not the perfect day for filming today. I live near the airport, so we get the helicopter coming across. It's a bit windy. It's not going to be perfect, but we're going to do the best, very best we can. There he is up there. Hello. They come in nice and close. Now, the reason being why we have the mulch again is to build up the microbial activity. The microbes are what actually brings up the food from the roots. They help absorb the sugars and bring the foods up from the roots into the plants so the plants photosynthesize and grow. Now, people always are in there digging up the garden and they forget that they kill the microbes when they do it. So the new way to do it nowadays, unless you're like fallow gardening and removing it and filling it all the time, is creating layer upon layer and then just, you know, companion planting. So you're changing your plants every year and you're just moving them around, but you know, you support them with the companions. But with the mulch, you've got to keep it really light and fluffy. See, the key is, if you compact the mulch down, if you compact it and the water can't get in, the air can't get in, nothing's going to be alive in there and it's not going to thrive and it's going to go all stagnant. So what you want to do is keep it all nice and light and fluffy. So what I've done here is I put down the mushroom compost, which I got from the local place where you get all the landscaping supplies. It was like $5 for a big bag, but I've scattered it all around. I've kept a little bit for the worm farms, put some in the worm farm, and I'm going to put some inside this one as well, this fella. And next I'm going to lay down the sugarcane mulch. Now I've put newspaper down and cardboard, etc. too, just to stop a lot of the weeds and, you know, to feed the worms and the microbes and things. And the sugarcane mulch, so just let me get it for you. Now if you live near a farm, now normally I drive down the coast. I used to have the big wagon. I'd drive down Wollumbar and pick up like $3 a bale it was, and I'd get like 20 bales or something like that. And I might do that again in the future if I can get hold of a car and do some straw bale gardening, which would be really cool. But this is what I just bought from Big W. You can get this at Kmart and all different places. This is organic sugarcane mulch. Now check if it says organic, if it's certified or not. It says here here it's organic, but I can't see any certification on here whatsoever, so you know, it's hard to believe whether it is or not. But oh, hang on, here we go, NASA organic farm, there we go, certified organic. You beauty. Alright, so that's even better for me. I'm going to lay this out now onto the garden and keep it all nice and fluffy, and hopefully it's going to rain because it's nice and cloudy, and that's the perfect day. That's what I wanted to do, was lay this down just before it rained so it gets nice and wet and I don't have to water it down with the hose water, which is chlorinated, and the whole thing kill all the microbes that I'm trying to build up. Alright, so let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so it's as easy as that, but once we get it down, we really want to wet it down. If you're not too worried about using town water and the chlorine and you haven't started building up the microbes yet, just get in there and wet it down so it doesn't blow away. I'm probably going to have to do that if it doesn't rain, but anyway, that's pretty much it. This stuff's pretty fine from the bag. When you get it from the farm, it's actually more thicker and stronger, but that's it. We've got another plane coming in. See you at the next video soon. Just goes to show you can grow anything near the airport because it's noisy. Whoa. Sorry, I had to get that on film. Anyway, look, come and see us and keep visiting us here at Marty's Garden. Come over at happyhouseandgarden.com and join in on the great conversation that's going over there in the Facebook group, and also happyhouseandgarden.com, where you can make your own content in there, put it all up yourself, and have lots of fun and sharing all the ideas. And I'll see you there. Have a great day, happy gardening, and bye for now.